Hey tubers, here's another project for us today. Found this a week or two ago, and actually engine runs good. It's got another problem. I ordered a part, it came in. Let's see if we can fix it today. But before we do, I'd like to introduce my friend Christopher, who is going to give us the first ever Mopower introduction. Hope you enjoy.
It's a beautiful day in the YouTubeverse for fixing broken lawn mowers. Will I fix mine? Will I fix mine? It's a beautiful day in the YouTubeverse for viewing someone fix mowers. Would you view mine? Would you view mine? Will you view mine? Will I fix mine? Come watch me fix these mowers.
Okay, on to the mower. It's a LawnBoy model 17734. I believe. Yep. 21-inch rear wheel drive with a Kohler engine. Came with the bag and it's electric start. I have the battery and the battery box cover in the garage. Battery, it acts like it will charge. I purchased a charger, I just don't have it yet. And I'll cover the name, but the mower had this tag on it when I found it on the curb. So I think the owner took this to a shop, decided it wasn't worth fixing, and they put it on their curb. That's where I found it. So let me give it a start and then I'll show you what the problem is. The problem is the transmission. When I first got it, the transmission didn't work at all. I was able to free it up and it would work maybe 60% of the time, but then it acted like it would find that one bad tooth, that one bad gear in the transmission, and it wouldn't engage anymore. So I think that's what we're going to try to do today. Replace that transmission. Well, I think step one, I've got the wheels off. Now I got to find the bolts that hold on the transmission. And if it really goes this smoothly, maybe it's just these two and these two. Let's see. Well, I knew the belt was probably not good. Do you suppose it just needs a belt instead of the transmission? I wonder. I think it was just those two bolts holding this in, by the way, in addition to the belt and the spring. Well, let me see here. The transmission I bought is used, and it did still have a belt on it. Looks like the number on this one is 0221-192-193-194. I don't know. Let's see. Here is my used transmission. I purposely bought this one. Number one, it was cheaper. You always take a chance on used parts. But, like I said, it came with an extra belt. So I'll see if this is the right size. Sit rep. it would appear that my used transmission is a little bit too big. So I don't think it's going to work. Okay, nothing today is going to plan. I went out to Harbor Freight and bought a square head screwdriver bit, and then on the way back I remembered I had one, so that was a wasted trip. And in addition to the transmission that I bought online being too big, so is the belt. So I'm going to dig through my spare belts and see if I have one that will fit. That's a little bit smaller. I dug through my spare belts, and I'm hoping third time is the charm. First one felt too small, second one was definitely too big. This one might be just right. We're about to find out. Third time is not the charm. This one's too tight too. So I'm going to have to order a belt. None of mine fit. But what I did learn from the belt on it, that's a little bit too small, I believe this transmission is actually okay. This thing was thrown away because it needed a belt. When I saw the tag on it, I assumed it was something serious like a transmission. And that's why I bought one. Well, live and learn, I guess. So, I'll order a belt, and I'll see if I can add on to this video. Day 2 on the LawnBoy, and I have parts. I have a belt, hopefully the right one. Online it said this was the right one anyways. We're going to put it on. Alright, let's get the blade off. And I believe that's a 5/8 nut. Have it. And then there's two 3/8 nuts holding this belt cover on. Was that on? Maybe there. There's our pretty belt. Now the axle has to come out, and there's two 9/32 bolts on each side. And here's a little trick. In order to give us a little bit extra slack with the cable, we're going to do that. This is why I disconnected the cable up at the handlebar. It gives me extra slack in the cable. And our axle comes right out. And for whatever reason, Toro used square screws, and they put this cover over the belt. Now back in. Let's see. This 810 V-belt. Transmission / axle is back in. The belt is on. The cover is on. We scraped out the underneath. And now we just need to put the blade on. And I did sharpen and balance the blade. Okay. I better reconnect this while I'm thinking of it. Well, I'll be honest, folks. I am flabbergasted that somebody threw away their lawnmower, their really nice lawnmower, because it needed a belt. Unless whoever they took it to was not very smart, and they thought that it needed more work than it did. It appears the transmission's fine. I'm going to mow with it a couple times and make sure. But I think it's fixed. Aside from, obviously, the electric start. But good news. In the mail today, not only did I get my belt, I got my battery charger. Isn't that the cutest looking battery charger you've ever seen? They make them so compact these days. Of course, I'm just being a moron. Somebody sent me the completely wrong part, so I will have to wait probably another 5 to 7 days, assuming I hear back from the guy, girl. Still waiting on the charger. In addition to the LawnBoy with the Kohler engine, I have these guys, a Toro, a Craftsman, and a Yardman. I have never had so many Kohlers in all the years I've been doing this. I just find it interesting. Several days later, here's the LawnBoy. It has a brand new battery. It's charged up. It's ready to sell. I'll give you one last start. There you go, folks. This thing was thrown out because it needed a belt. Not a transmission, a belt. Blows my mind. But that person's loss is my person's gain. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.